So today we are making minced beef and onion pasties. That's going to be on our menu for this week at our house. So first of all, I'm cooking my mince in the slow cooker. I like to do it this way because A, it's easy, and I hope you can hear me over the mince sizzling. And also I find that if you keep the mince, because you have to put it in your pasties cold, it gives it more flavour. The flavour comes out if you keep it for a little while. So as you can see, you probably hear that I'm frying off all I've got in there is literally minced beef and onion. And what I did was I bought a large pack of minced beef from the reduced in Tesco. Other supermarkets are available. And I divided it up into two. And I'm doing this, the minced beef and onion pasties, with the first lot of mince, and with the second, the other half, if you like, I'm making spag bowl tonight. So you can really stretch it out, especially if it's reduced. That's even better. So to this, I'm frying it off. At the moment, I mean, it is a statement, but it doesn't look as if I've got an awful lot of fat coming out of it at the moment. If there is an awful lot, what I'll do is I will drain it off before I put my gravy in. So to this, I add some mixed herbs. Tomato puree. Garlic puree. In whatever form you like, you may have a jar, that's absolutely fine. And gravy, thick gravy, because what happens is it does go quite watery in the slow cooker because you will have a certain amount of juice come out of the mince. So as you can see, it is quite, I do need to give that a whisk to make it lump free, which I will do, but quite thick. Okay, so what I do is I fry this down before I pop it in the slow cooker. You can't see a thing, can you? And there we go. And then I add the ingredients, boil it up again, pop it in the slow cooker, and leave it in the slow cooker for probably about 6 hours on medium, and then turn it down to low for the rest of the time. I'll probably put it on medium for probably about an hour and a half, and then I'll pop it down to low and leave it for the rest of the 6 hours. And then I leave it to cool, pop it in the fridge, and I mean, to be honest, it's good for up to 4 days. So you can take your time. You don't have to make the pasty tomorrow or the day after. You can take your time making the pasty. I mean, then again, you can freeze it. So that's absolutely fine. You do what you want with it after that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So you can see there how much tomato puree and how much garlic paste I've put in. And I've probably put a tablespoon of mixed herbs in and just sprinkled that over the top. So I've added everything, mixed it all together, and I've added my gravy and boiled it up on the stove. I always brown my mince. I mean, this is just personal preference. I always brown my mince on the stove first. That way you can see how much fat you're going to get out, and if you need to drain any of it off. I mean, don't drain all of it off because fat is flavour at the end of the day. But it's up to you. And actually, out of this, there was zero, absolutely zero teaspoon, if that. So I didn't have any to throw away whatsoever. So that's that. So then I pop the lid on and just ignore it for an hour and a half, which is my kind of cooking, and then I'll turn it down for the rest of the 5 to 6 hours. As you see, I have, let's get it in focus. My cameraman's not in today. So I've got it on medium. I find high is a little bit too high for this, and then I will turn it down to low after an hour and a half. And then what will happen is I'll cool it right down, pop it in the fridge, and then use it in the next day or so to make my pasties. Okay, so what we've done is our mince and onions and gravy is all cooked up, and it's chilled, ready to make our pasties. It's really important that you pop your filling in your pasty when it's cold. Don't use a warm filling, you'll just end up with a mess, to be honest. And it doesn't matter what you use. You can use the same sort of format as I've used, but you can use stewing steak, you can use chicken, use chicken gravy, and pop some mushrooms in with your chicken, put some mushrooms in with your beef. Anything you like, whatever takes your fancy. Or you can use corn or vegetarian mince or whatever you want. Corn mince is good. Okay, for this, use whatever you want. And obviously a vegetarian, vegetable stock, vegetarian option gravy. Pop some extra vegetables with it. Why not pop some peas and chopped carrots with it? Whatever you want, your taste, your pasty. So anyway, this is what we're working with. And here's my ready roll pastry. Now, ready roll pastry is a blessing, but you have to work with it straight from the fridge because it does go really soft really quickly, almost like chewing gum sometimes. So you have to work really quickly with the cold pastry. Okay, so I've got my pastry and I've unrolled it. I'm going to work quickly, so I've done one already. But I wanted to make semicircular pasties, but I figured out that actually it wasted too much pastry. So what I've done is I'm just going to make rectangular ones when you fold them over, they're square, because it's an awful lot more economical with your pastry. So I'm just popping some filling in. Sorry about this, I'm trying to do it one-handed. Not ideal. Like so. Don't want to be mean with it, but then having said that, you don't want an awful lot to come out the edge either. I think I've got enough to fill in here to make pasties for the whole street. Right, okay, so when you've done that, you wash the sides. Some people use egg wash. I've got an egg wash for later on, but I find that pastry sticks better with cold water. Okay, so I've done my 3 pasties. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to egg wash them, and I'm going to make a slit in the top so that the steam can escape. So I'm just going to basically egg wash them. What I've done is I've just used a fork to make a pattern around the outside and seal them, and then simply egg wash them. As I say, I haven't got a cameraman, so I'm doing it myself. It's a bit of DIY today. So just simply egg wash them. And the remaining filling that I've got won't go to waste. I'm going to freeze that because it's just been cooked and cooled. And next week or the week after, I will do pasties again. And that's even more economical, isn't it? That we're getting 2 meals out of what we got, what we halved, and what was reduced anyway. So that is a real bargain. There we go. Right, now then what I'll do is I'm going to pop these in the fridge. Now you can glaze them when they come out, really doesn't make any difference. I'm just going to pop them in for about 20 minutes. Just to sort of reseal the pastry and refirm the pastry really, because as I say, it does go really soft and really chewing gummy really quickly, and that just resets pastry and makes them rise really quickly and really nicely and evenly. So I'm just going to pop those in the fridge now, and I'll bring you back when they've been cooked. I'm going to pop them in at about 190, 200 for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to check them, keeping an eye on them, obviously. And yeah, we'll see the finished result. So here they are. They've been in the oven about 25 minutes. They look really dark on film, but they're not that dark, to be honest. I've used puff pastry. I use Just Roll. Other ones are available. Myself, I like Aldi, but that's just personal preference. Yeah, so have a go, make your own pasties, and enjoy. We have them with wedges tonight, but obviously serve them as you want. You can also have them cold as well. So I hope you give it a go, and I hope you really enjoy them. Thank you.